Wala ka din. Oh. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So, we have okay, so today we are going to conduct the private conference for the rehabilitation project, rehabilitation of class, repair rehabilitation of classrooms, Purisima National High School, Barangay Tago, Surigao. Barangay Purisima, Tago, Surigao del Sur. Contract ID is 25 80144. Okay, planning may now proceed with your session. I sorry. Before proceeding, let's hear from our back secretary of our attendance.
Okay, good morning, attendance. Annabelle Elatma, back chairperson. Julius Nedad, vice chairperson. Myself, Paderan member. Present. 3 members present out of 5. Maya Cecilia Cedro, head, PWG. Present. Members, Nathaniel Aranyo. Present. Alain. Yours truly, Pilania Brown, head, back secretariat. Amy Guzman, secretariat. We also have our programmers, Engineer Geraldo Video from the planning and Engineer Julius Pradas. That's all. Good morning, Master.
Okay, so thank you. So, I will direct also for everyone, and also we have our online bill. If we have our online attendees, that inform that this credit, we have already constructed credit previously, but bidding has failed due to disqualification of contractors who submitted their bids. So this is our second time to conduct private networks for this project. So planning may now proceed with your presentation.
Good morning, everyone. I am Julius Pradas from the Planning and Design section. I'll be presenting the project titled Repair Rehabilitation of Classrooms, Purisima National High School, School ID 304903, Barangay Purisima, Tago, Surigao del Sur. Contract ID number 25NH0144. Bidding date February 16, 2026. Appropriation 13,333,417 and 9 centavos. ABC 13,300,000. Location Barangay Purisima, Tago, Surigao del Sur. Physical target 5 number of buildings. Project scope repair and rehabilitation of 19 classrooms. Project duration 233 calendar days. For the scope of work, general requirements 1.2%, earthworks 4.3%, plain and reinforced concrete work 8.11%, finishings and other civil works 69.73%, plumbing works 4.98%, electrical works 8.33%, mechanical works 3.35%, for a total of 100%. For Part A, general requirements, Part B, earthworks, Part C, plain and reinforced concrete work, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For Part D, finishings and other civil works, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For Part E, plumbing works, Part F, electrical works, Part G, mechanical works, the item number, description, unit, and quantity are being shown. For the project billboard, we have 1 unit 4x8 DPWH tarpaulin and 1 unit 8x8 COA tarpaulin. For the occupational safety and health program, we have 1 health personnel, and the equipment, unit, and quantity are being shown. For the minimum equipment requirement, we have 1 plate compactor, 1 concrete vibrator, 1 bagger mixer, 1 dump truck, and 1 jackhammer. For the site development plan, we have 5 buildings, and each buildings consists of classrooms. For building 1, for building 1, 2-story school building consists of 6 classrooms. For building 2, 1-story consists of 5 classrooms. For building 3, 1-story, 2 classroom. For building 4, 1-story, 3 classroom. And for building 5, the health management station, speed center, and faculty office, for a total of 19 classrooms. And for building 1, the scope of work for the architectural finishings and other civil works, we have replacement of truss fitted with Sulignoan roof, replacement of ceiling with paint, repainting of masonry concrete, replacement of doors and windows, including jambs with paint, replacement of window grills, cement plastering, replacement of tiles, rehabilitation of flooring, reinforced concrete slab overlay, and provision of CHB wall partition. And for plumbing works, rehabilitation of plumbing systems, the water line, sewer line, storm drain, septic tank, and fixtures. And for electrical works, for replacement of all electrical. And we have the ground floor plan, the second floor plan, the front view elevation and left side view elevation, the rear view elevation and right side view elevation, the longitudinal section B and cross section A, and second floor reflected ceiling plan, the ceiling detail and window grills detail. The schedule of doors and windows, stair detail and detail of railings, detail of blackboard, the roof framing plan, full class detail, and spot details. The full class 2 detail and spot details. The X-bracing spot detail, wood bridge X-bracing detail, spot detail F, and isometric view. And for the electrical plan, we have the ground floor lighting layout plan, the second floor lighting layout plan, the ground floor power layout plan, second floor power layout plan, the schedule of loads, design analysis calculation, the riser diagram. And for the plumbing, we have the water line layout plan, the sanitary line layout plan, storm drain layout plan, the isometric view for storm drain layout plan, septic tank details, catch basin, and joint detail. Next, for the building 2, which consists of 5 classrooms, the scope of work, for the architectural finishing and other civil works, we have replacement of ceiling with paint, replacement of doors and windows, including jambs with paint, replacement of window grills, cement plastering, flooring overlay, repainting of masonry concrete, provision of CHB wall partition, and replacement of roofing. And for plumbing works, rehabilitation of plumbing system, water line, sewer line, septic tank, and fixtures. And for electrical works, replacement of all electrical. And we have the Floor plan. The front view and left side view elevation. The rear view and right side view elevation. The cross section A and longitudinal section B. Reflected ceiling plan and ceiling detail. Schedule of doors and windows. Roof framing details. And for electrical plan, we have electrical lighting layout plan, electrical power layout plan, schedule of loads and riser diagram. And for planning plans, we have water line layout plan, sanitary line layout plan, the septic tank, catch basin, and joint detail. And next, for the building 3, which consists of 2 classrooms only. For the scope of work, we have for the architectural finishings and other civil works, we only have replacement of ceiling with paint and the painting of masonry concrete. And for the electrical works, replacement of all electrical. And we have the floor plan. The front view and left side view elevation. The rear view and right side view elevation. The cross section A and longitudinal section B. Reflected ceiling plan and ceiling detail. Schedule of doors and windows. For the electrical plans, we have electrical lighting layout, electrical lighting and power layout plan, schedule of loads and riser diagram. Next, for the building 4, consists of 3 classrooms. The scope of work for the architectural finishing and other civil works, replacement of new truss and roof, provision of CHB wall partition, flooring overlay, provision of additional comfort room and sink, repair of existing comfort room and sink, replacement of ceiling with paint, cement plastering, repainting of masonry concrete, replacement of doors and windows, including jambs with paint, replacement of window grills. And for the plumbing works, rehabilitation of plumbing system consists of water line, sewer line, septic tank, and fixtures. For electrical works, replacement of all electrical. And we have the floor plan. The front view and left side view elevation. The rear view and right side view elevation. So section A and longitudinal section B. Schedule of doors and windows. Electrical lighting layout plan. Roof framing plan and post-up detail. Roof framing plan 2 and its post-up detail. Default plus 1 detail and its spot details. The wood ridge expressing detail and expressing spot detail. The roof plan 1, post-up detail and roof framing detail. For the electrical, we have the electrical power layout plan, schedule of loads and riser diagram. For the plumbing plan, we have sanitary layout plan, the water line layout plan, the isometric view for sanitary and water line layout, septic tank details and joint detail. And for the 5th building, consists of health management stations, bed center, and faculty room. The scope of work for architectural finishings and other civil works are replacement of new truss and roof, replacement of CHB wall, provision of CHB wall partition, flooring overlay, cement plastering, replacement of masonry, concrete, replacement of ceiling with paint, replacement of doors and windows, including jambs with paint, replacement of window grills, For structural works, provision of new footings, wall footings, columns, and roof beams. For the electrical works, replacement of all electrical. The floor plan, the front view and left side view elevation, the rear view and right side view elevation, longitudinal section B and longitudinal and cross section A, schedule of doors and windows, reflected ceiling plan and ceiling detail. For the structural plan, the foundation plan, roof beam plan, detail of stiffener, detail of full footing one, and detail of footing one and column one. Detail of roof beam RB2, detail of roof beam RB1, detail section of LRB1 and PC1, connection of purlins to LRB1, spot detail of roof beam, and elevation of end wall frame. The roof framing plan and roof plan. The full class 1 details, spot detail A, spot detail B, and spot details B. Woodbridge expressing detail and expressing spot details. Electrical lighting and power layout plan. Schedule of loads and visor diagram. That's all. Thank you.
Ano niya, activities, items. Class 9. Tanan. So, appropriate daan naman o ano. Ito sa ano day. So, for the documents to be submitted. Yes, friend. Yeah, we're going to.
Yes, ma'am.
Order documents to be submitted by the bidders. The first will be technical components of the bid. First, purchase certificate of registration and membership, platinum, or two. If not enrolled in DPWH, following class A and B documents not covered by purchase certificate. First, the pickup license and registration. Statement of all ongoing government and private projects. Single largest completed contract or SLCC, supported by the certificate of final acceptance. Next is the NFCC computation and statement of total assets and liabilities. GBE if applicable. B if enrolled in CWA, Class A and B documents in CWA, if any, to be updated. Third is the bid security of prescribed form, amount, and validity period in accordance of RE 12009. Number 4 is the project requirements, which shall include the following. First, organizational chart, list of contractors, key personnel, list of contractors, major construction and laboratory equipment units owned, lease and or under purchase agreements, supported by the proof of ownership, lease, purchase, or certification of availability of equipment from lessor or vendor for project duration. Fifth is the omnibus statement in the form of prescribed by RE 12009. The sixth is British General Information Sheet or GIS, reflecting the beneficial ownership information duly received by the Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC for corporations. For saving is sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership following the template attached as Annex A for all bidders, including sole proprietorship. For the second components of Second, below financial components of the bid. Duly signed financial bid form in accordance with the form prescribed in bidding documents of RE 12009. Next is duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. Third is the duly signed utility estimates, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. The fourth is duly signed quarterly or monthly cash flow and payment schedule. Thank you.
Balik lang ito last na sa A, envelope A, last item. Ito, percent. Okay, to emphasize the sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership following the templates. Now, template is for corporation, but contractors are advised to edit the corporation to sole proprietorship so that they can submit this document included in our first envelope. So kung pwede, magbutang ini sa minutes of the meeting, all words coming out from the back chair should be included in the minutes of the meeting. Kung pwede, mag-record na itong video para sa minutes. So any more comment? So if there is none, so to summarize again, so we have already discussed the basic data, including contract description, ABC and duration, requirements of bidding documents, documents to be submitted by the bidders, and the criteria for eligibility check is by through pass and pay. Questions, none, other matters, none. So supplemental bid or bid bulletins, I think there is none because this is really advertised by. So, by line, so this reminder that the bid schedule for this is on 16 February 16, 2026 at 2 p.m. Here, the back. So, 2 p.m. Bidding conference room. So, siguro, there's none. That ends our public conference. Thank you for coming.